It's nearly here. This is your last chance to prepare. What's coming will spare no one. For centuries, humanity has feared the dark, misunderstood it as something to run from. But this time, the darkness isn't an enemy. It's a gift. A divine intervention designed to awaken us, to cleanse the old, so we can step into something new. This is no coincidence, no random occurrence. The universe and the spiritual beings guiding us, like the Pleiadians, have orchestrated this moment for a reason. These final days of 2024 are not just about closing a year. They're about closing a chapter in the story of humanity. This is not a drill. This is the final phase. A time to face the unknown, to let go of what no longer serves, and to prepare for the light that follows. The question is, are you ready? The first wave has already passed. From December 17th to 19th, the first 3 days of darkness began to stir something deep within us, a calling to wake up, to pay attention. But that was only the beginning. Now we face the culmination, the second and final wave. The upcoming days, December 29th, 30th, and 31st. They hold an energy unlike anything we've experienced before. These aren't just the last days of the year. They're the last chance to shed the weight of old energies and step into a new era of consciousness. Why these dates? The universe has aligned perfectly. The new moon on December 30th mirrors the energy of the one that opened this month on December 1st, creating a powerful portal for transformation. This is a cosmic symphony, playing out in perfect harmony to guide us through this profound shift. The Pleiadians have returned to remind us, this is not about fear, it's about trust. The darkness isn't here to consume, it's here to prepare us for the light that's waiting just on the other side. 3 days of darkness. The phrase itself carries weight, doesn't it? But let's go deeper. What does it actually mean? This isn't about the absence of sunlight or the literal dark. It's about introspection, a cosmic pause that silences the noise of the outside world so we can truly hear ourselves. Think about it. Every great transformation begins in the dark. Seeds germinate deep beneath the soil. Stars shine their brightest only in the black expanse of night. Even our own moments of growth and clarity often emerge after our darkest hours. These 3 days represent just that, a universal pause, an opportunity to reset. It's a sacred space where old energies are purged, wounds are healed, and we prepare to embrace something greater. The darkness is not here to trap you. It's here to free you. This is a gift from the universe, an invitation to step out of the chaos and into stillness. In this stillness, clarity can bloom. Transformation can take root. You're not just surviving these days, you're being reborn through them. Why now? Why these specific 3 days? December 29th, 30th, and 31st? The answers are written in the cosmos. The timing is no accident. The new moon on December 30th is a key player here. It's not just any lunar event. It mirrors the new moon that began this month on December 1st, creating a celestial bookend. This alignment marks a bridge, a passageway between the old and the new, between what we've been and what we are becoming. This final new moon of 2024 invites release. It's a call to let go of karmic baggage, outdated patterns, and anything that weighs down your spirit. And as we step into the last days of the year, the universe is asking us to leave behind what no longer serves us, so we can cross the threshold into 2025 renewed. The cosmos doesn't make mistakes. This is divine timing, a perfect orchestration to guide humanity toward higher consciousness. The Pleiadians, Those spiritual guides who've walked this journey with us have hinted that this period was chosen long ago. They describe it as a time of karmic clearing, a final cleansing to prepare us for what lies ahead. Think of it like the tide, pulling back only to surge forward. These 3 days are the pullback, a stillness before the wave of awakening crashes in. The real danger during these 3 days isn't the darkness itself. It's what the darkness reveals. As the external world falls quiet, the things you've buried, the doubts, the fears, the unresolved pain, will rise to the surface. This isn't a punishment, it's a confrontation with yourself. But here's the trap. If you give in to fear or try to escape these emotions, you'll only deepen their grip on you. Fear isn't in the darkness, fear is in the resistance to facing it. Overthinking is another spiritual pitfall. Your mind might race, grasping for explanations or clinging to false comforts. But this is a time to release control, not tighten your grip. These 3 days aren't about figuring everything out. They're about letting everything go. You may find yourself tempted to numb out, to avoid this inner work. But the more you resist, the louder the unresolved will scream. What you've been avoiding in the light will find you in the dark. And that's the point. This isn't a test of survival. It's an invitation to transform. Your shadow isn't your enemy. It's your guide. Let it show you the path to your own light. In the stillness of these 3 days, many of you will feel a profound loneliness. You'll feel disconnected, cut off from the noise and the comforts of daily life. But what if I told you that's exactly what's supposed to happen? This solitude isn't a punishment. It's a gift. It's in these moments of isolation that you'll finally hear your own voice. Not the voice of the world, not the voice of others' expectations, but your soul's truth. It's in the silence of being alone that you'll hear what your soul has been trying to say all along. Think of this loneliness as a cleansing fire, burning away attachments and dependencies. You're being stripped of everything external so you can finally see what's within. This is not the time to seek validation or comfort from others. It's the time to face your inner self, your fears, your desires, your truth, with courage and honesty. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but from that discomfort comes clarity. From that clarity comes transformation. You're not truly alone in this process. The universe is there, holding you in its quiet embrace, waiting for you to rediscover your own light. In every great shift, there are those who stand quietly at the center of the storm, holding the balance while everything else falls apart. In this moment of profound transformation, some among us have been unknowingly prepared to serve as guardians during the 3 days of darkness. They are not the loudest voices in the room. They're not those who claim to have all the answers. Instead, they're the ones who feel an unshakable pull towards stillness and strength. They are the ones who carry a sense of responsibility, a quiet knowing that they were made for times like these. These individuals have been shaped by their own struggles. Their past pains and challenges have forged resilience, clarity, and compassion. Perhaps you felt it too. That feeling of being tested by life, of being pushed to your limits, not realizing that all along you were being prepared for this very moment. Guardians are not here to fix others or save them from their inner work. Their role is more subtle, but just as powerful. They hold space. They radiate calm when the world is in chaos. They anchor the energy needed to stabilize the collective consciousness, becoming a lighthouse for those who are lost. The light you carry is not just for you. It's a beacon that others will find, when their own path grows dark. But being a guardian isn't easy. It's not about being perfect or fearless. It's about feeling the weight of the world, but choosing to stand tall anyway. It's about trusting that even when you feel alone, the universe is working through you. And here's the truth. Some of you watching this right now may be one of these guardians. Have you felt a quiet call, an urge to stay grounded while others seem to lose their way? Have you noticed that even when you feel overwhelmed, people seem drawn to your presence for reassurance? These are the signs. Guardianship isn't a title, it's a purpose. It's not about being chosen by others, but recognizing that you've already been chosen by the universe. In the coming days, this role will be more important than ever. The darkness will test not just individuals, but the collective energy of humanity. Guardians are here to help maintain balance, to remind us that even in the void, the light is not lost. Could you be one of them? If this resonates with you, if something stirs deep within you as you hear these words, trust that it's not a coincidence. The universe doesn't make mistakes. The Pleiadians, those spiritual guides who have been whispering to humanity through the ages, have returned with one final message for this transformative year. And make no mistake, this message is not one of fear, it is one of profound hope. They urge us to see these 3 days not as a punishment, not as something to be dreaded, but as a divine offering. It is an invitation to step into the unknown, to embrace the void as a sacred space for healing and rebirth. The darkness is not your enemy. It is your teacher, your cocoon, your mirror. Think about this. When the caterpillar enters the cocoon, it doesn't know what's coming next. It only knows that the process is necessary. The Pleiadians remind us that we are in that same cocoon now. This darkness is here to help us shed old layers, outdated beliefs, and the fear-based patterns that have held us back for far too long. They speak of cycles, cosmic cycles that align perfectly with this moment. The new moon on December 30th isn't just a random celestial event. It is part of a greater design that began with the new moon on December 1st, a bookend to a month of massive energetic shifts. This is the culmination, the crescendo, of everything we've been working toward. The universe has orchestrated this moment with precision. You are exactly where you are meant to be. The Pleiadians want us to trust this timing, to trust the process. They understand the fear that may arise in the darkness, the questions, the doubts, the uncertainty. But they urge us to let go of the need for control, to surrender to the flow of the universe. As these 3 days of darkness conclude, the world will not return to what it was. This is more than a simple end to the calendar year. It's the closing of an ancient cycle, a profound chapter in the evolution of humanity. For millennia, humanity has been bound by patterns of fear, division, and limitation. But now, those chains are breaking. This is the dawn of a new era, not just for humanity, but for the earth itself. The energy you carry, the intentions you set during these days, will ripple outward into the coming age. This is your chance to decide what you want to create, not just for yourself, but for the collective future of our planet. The darkness doesn't erase the past, it redefines it. The question is, what story will you write from here? This isn't merely about survival or enduring the darkness. It's about actively participating in the birth of something greater. You've been given a blank slate, a cosmic opportunity to leave behind what no longer serves you and step into the highest version of yourself. Reflect deeply. What have you been holding on to that you know needs to be released? Old grudges? Self-doubt? A fear of the unknown? The darkness invites you to let it all go. Transformation demands a choice, to cling to what was or to embrace what could be. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.